Hi, Meg here from I Teach Stamping, and today I'm excited to share with you how you can dress up one of Stampin' Up's Simply Sent cards. Now, I love the Simply Sent kits because, first off, they're simple. I keep a set of these in my car. Don't tell anybody, but you know, sometimes you're out and about and you just need a card. So these are a perfect go-to thing to have. And the other reason I'm showcasing this particular one is because it's in the clearance rack right now with Stampin' Up. So it's less than $3 for a set of 8 cards, and you can take them from being very simple and great cards to stepping them up just a bit. So today is December 27th of 2011. I don't know when you'll be watching this video, but I don't want you to look at it 3 years from now and go, oh, are they still in the clearance rack? So I just want to give you that reference. Okay, so let's start stamping. I'm going to take the thanks so much from the 3 little words stamp set and just stamp it on Whisper White in Old Olive ink. I'm going to use my word window punch to slide it in and punch those words out. And that step is done. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is take the oval punch, the large oval punch, and I'm going to punch out a piece of Bashful Blue. And then I'm going to use a piece of chocolate chip cardstock and the decorative label punch, slide that in and punch it out. So I'm sure you've been able to guess that all 3 of these will layer together, and that'll be the sentiment for the card. Alright, so I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer and I'm going to show you how we're going to cut this one down. So this is the card itself. It's going to have a white background, white inside, and the front that's already pre-printed for you. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to slide this in and cut it in half. So it's going to be at the 5.5 inch mark. Get that lined up. And trim. Don't throw this away. We're still going to use this. Now for this one, I want to shrink it down 1/8 of an inch on all sides. Now, normally I'd say you could just cut a quarter inch off, and we're going to do that across the bottom. But then I still want my butterflies to be centered, so I am going to do it at 4 1/8 for the first cut. And then spin it around, and now do it at 4 inches. Alright, so that's going to cut that one down. While we still have our paper trimmer, we're going to turn back to the plain white, and you'll still see a little bit of that score line, so that's what I'm going to be cutting off, and I'm going to cut this down to 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Alright, now that's all the paper cutting we need to do. The base for our card is going to be 4 1/4 by 11, and I've scored it at 5.5 inches. And to the inside, I'm going to go ahead and put the plain white piece that we had. Go ahead and get this one out of the way. So it's going to tuck in perfectly. So this was the back of the card, and now it's the inside of the card. Now we're going to turn our attention to this piece right here and the 3 pieces that we punched out. So I'm going to go ahead and layer my words onto my Bashful Blue oval. That's just going to fit in there perfectly, if I can get it picked up. There we go. And this is going to go in the center of the decorative label. So in your kit, you're also going to get 8 strips of the satin ribbon, and it's the chocolate chip. And so what I'm going to do is wrap it around the card and just tie it in a double knot. Then grab my ribbon scissors and give it a trim. Now I tie mine tight so that then I can go back and do some adjusting. Okay, there we go. And this is going to get some snail on the back. Oh, and I ran out. So I love snail, I love this adhesive, and I love that it's so easy to change out. You don't have to wind anything, you don't have to wrap anything, you just take the yellow part out, take that out, and pop your new one in. So very affordable, and it's already changed out. Alright, snail on there. That goes in the trash. And this will go onto the front of my card. So now let me scoot some of this out of the way. Then I'm going to grab my dimensionals and throw a couple on there, and that's going to be for my words. Also in this kit, you're going to get some rhinestones in a little baggie, and it's got like 2 per card, which is perfect. Now, on the sample, they put them right in between these butterflies, which does look really cute, but I'm going to be doing something different with them. So I'm going to grab my paper snips and pick up one, and I'm going to put it on either side of my words. Rather than in between the butterflies. So the next thing that I did was I ran the Beautiful Wings Embosslet through my Big Shot with some Old Olive cardstock, and so it's going to give you 5 great little butterflies that are textured and die cut for you. So I'm going to take the one with the polka dots, and I'm going to go to my dimensionals, and I'm going to go to the bottom row here and just cut out 2 little halves. You can also take a dimensional from the middle and just cut it in half, but this works easier for me. And these are going to go on the back side of the butterfly. I'm going to do half on each side. And then peel the backing off. And I'm going to just float this one right on top of the other Old Olive one. Now the way it works out, you're still going to have the little antenna showing up from your butterflies. So I just think that is a really cute look right there. Alright, now of course we're not done. We got to do the inside. So, do you remember this little strip that we cut off from the front when we were cutting it down? We are going to use it. So I'm sure it's going to be a little bit long, and it is, so I need to cut it right here. Ta-da! Okay, so this is going to get some liquid glue just because it's a very narrow strip. I'm just going to place this along the bottom. We're going to use pretty much every inch of that Simply Sent card. Okay, there's that. And now we're going to use up the rest of these butterflies. So I'm just going to attach them going every which way on the card. And just use whatever adhesive you would like to stick them down. So I hope you've enjoyed learning how to take a very simple, Simply Sent card and learning how to dress it up. Like I said, these are in the clearance rack right now. Go and grab them. They're a steal. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. To learn more about rubber stamping for card making and scrapbooking, be sure to visit www.iteachstamping.com. And remember, I don't just sell rubber stamps. I teach you how to use them. Have a great day.